But Tony, last week, people who were tuned into AEW Dynamite saw something that I don't think they'll ever forget. Of course, I'm talking about the closing scene where we saw Tony Schiavone, but really it was Hangman Adam Page. You got to tell us about this, Tony.
Yeah, Hangman, it was a very, very good angle. We were pretty, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. And Hangman had talked to me about this for a couple of weeks, and I was like, sure, whatever you want to do, it's fine. And to be honest with you, I wasn't sure what day it was going to happen. He had talked about it for a couple of weeks, then all of a sudden hit me. Of course, the Halloween edition, right? We kind of worked on the exchange of the tie and the glasses and the jacket, and we both had white shirts on, and he had kind of put a little padding on his midsection. And I said, hang on just 1 second. I don't think I'm that fat. And he said, no, I don't think so either. But he said, but I'm going to put this padding on. It's okay. Then he was saying, he said, I need to watch you walk to see how you walked. And I was walking backstage and he was watching me, and then he would start walking. I said, you walk like an old fucking man. I don't walk like an old man. Then I thought, well, I am an old man, so maybe I do. So it happened. We had a lot of people help us out. And to be very honest with you, I was kind of skeptical about it, as I am many things that we do. But hey, he pulled it off, man. He really did. And congratulations for that. The fans really popped, and it ended up being pretty cool.
Fans absolutely loved it. I loved it. And I know we can't technically show the footage right now here on the program, but I do think that we've got a clip of Speedball Bailey interviewing Tony Schiavone. Let's take a look.
Oh, this is my first time seeing you around.
Speedball, I'm Tony Schiavone.
Tony Schiavone?
Tony Schiavone, you prepared for your match tonight? It should be a great night in the history of our sport.
Oh, wow, we're getting an interview from Tony Schiavone live on the vlog.
Yeah, right we are.
You sound different.
Yeah, it's, I can't do his accent.
At all?
No, not remotely, no. It's half JR, half just idiot, I guess.
It's pretty...
I got to work on it, but the gate, I've got the gate down. You want to see the gate? This is This is this.
Oh, wow. Excellent. So the one thing the one thing that you don't have correct is Tony Schiavone, and I think that's going to be a giveaway for tonight, so you better watch out. But he always has excellent sneakers.
Oh yeah, these are the shits.
Yes, I don't know. I know someone who has a pair of Travis Scotts for sale.
Oh, really?
Maybe we could check in with him.
Okay.
But I don't know. Anyways, I think you're doing a great job.
Hook me up. Thank you.
Let's go ask.
Tony, you took issue with the walk. You didn't think he had your walk down right there?
Hey, he did have it, as a matter of fact, I guess. And I told him, I said, I had this, I have this neck thing that my neck was operated on back in 1995. And so because of it, I said, my neck kind of leans to the left a little bit. He said, yeah, I've noticed. Said, okay, good. So he had it down, I guess. There you go.
And I thought he did a terrific job. And it's funny, if someone were to try to copy your walk, maybe they could have been observing you on that particular show. If you were live in the arena, you may have seen Tony, with an interesting walk. Let's take a look. What we got to know, Tony? Are you okay?
Oh, of course I'm okay. I fell on a guy. I fell on a piece of gabagool. And you notice how the security came to get me, and I was walking briskly to the back because I'm thinking, man, I got to get this changed quickly. So, yeah, there you go. By the way, I'm the one that put the music to that, just to let you know.
Hey, you know what? Can we just get a round of applause for Tony Schiavone's editing skills here? Do you have an applause button over there, Tony?
I got it now.
I mean, how about that? Just saying. Tony, whenever we watch some of our favorite old school wrestling here from yesteryear, every now and again, we'll call an audible.
Mm-hmm.
You get one of your fancy friends in here and join us and talk about some wrestling. And I think you may have picked up the bat phone again this week. What's going on, Tony?
Yeah, I got a lot of fancy friends, but none as fancy as the one we're going to introduce. It's no better way to watch PWG than one of the founders of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. And let's bring him in right now. Without a doubt, the very best commentator in the business today. And my buddy, here's Excalibur.
All right. How about that?
What an
with
intro.
the mask and everything. I love it. I'm so excited. Of course, he lives in the mask. We know that.
Of course he does.
Yeah,
I had dinner in the mask just a few moments ago. But no, thank you guys for having me on. This is I've been wanting to do this for a while, been wanting to introduce Tony to PWG, and what better way to do it than alongside both of you guys. And I do have to peel back the curtain a little bit. Hangman this last Wednesday came in and he sat down with me and he said, "Hey, do you know of any Tony Schiavone isms?" And I said, well, the thing he says the most is "you're right, Excalibur." But then the thing he says the second most is that this is one of the great nights in our sport. And I'm glad to see that he actually used it in the interview with Speedball. So and then also tape machines are rolling, but he didn't have time to get that one in.
Right. You're exactly right, Excalibur. We did.
See? We need one of those counters here on the program today in the corner.
Hey, well, thanks for joining us. Really, it means a lot. So we're really excited about watching some PWG, and I looked at the list of matches that the show that you had recommended, and we've got some talent, I guess, our fans who've been watching AEW very, very familiar with.
Yeah. So in kind of going through and doing the deep dive into, what would be a good show, a good introduction to AEW, or excuse me, to PWG, was somebody or a show that had a lot of people that checked a lot of boxes, whether they're for AEW, WWE, NXT, what have you, that somebody that was unfamiliar with PWG might see some familiar faces and be inclined to check it out. And in doing my research or my prep for this show, I found that there are 80 people, 80 employees of All Elite Wrestling that have worked at least one match in PWG. 80.
Wow. That's staggering.
Yeah. And I didn't do the other company, but I'm sure there's quite a few from over there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that brings up this point when you say from over there. I know a lot of fans in the tribalism that has become wrestling fans like to see us prosper and them fail, or them prosper and us fail. But the guys and the girls not like that, because they're all friends, right? And they want everybody to be able to have a job. And I think that's really that really says a lot for our business and the guys and girls that work in it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, anytime I'm in town, the same time somebody else is in town, maybe they live there, maybe we're just passing through on a layover or something like that, we'll always stop to get lunch, get drinks, something like that, just to catch up with one another. And because there was this independent era of that we're going to be kind of looking at today, we were all staying 7-8 to a room on these independent shows, and so we got to spend a lot of time with each other. Sure. And not so much anymore, but so those moments when we can spend time with each other, those are important to us.
SaveWithConrad.com.
My name is Rajiv. I'm in Sacramento, California. I came to Save with Conrad because I've heard Conrad talk about how he helps people all the time save money and the best route to go for getting some mortgages and finances done. And having heard so many different testimonials in the past, it made the most sense to go this route. We were in the market for a new house and we wanted to know what we could afford. So we spoke with Steve and then Diane to get through the pre-approval process to see what we could afford. And then once we were able to understand that aspect of it, that was when we were able to shop around for a house to get a mortgage through Save with Conrad. Everybody on the team was great. Everybody really explained everything fully to where it was more in like layman's terms to where I could understand it as someone not in the business or having shopped around for houses too many times. So being able to understand every step of the process and talking with everyone on the team about that was really, really helpful. And it made me feel really confident that I was going the right route. I would definitely recommend Save with Conrad to others. I know that sometimes people look at it and they go, oh, they're based in Alabama. What could they help me with? But I'm out here in California, and they were able to square everything away and get things done really quickly, as opposed to sometimes even people out here don't move as quickly as the Save with Conrad team. So everything was really well done, really efficient, and I would definitely recommend Save with Conrad to others. My name is Rajiv. I'm in Sacramento, California, and I was able to get into my dream home with SaveWithConrad.com.
That's number 212 non-equal housing lender. SaveWithConrad.com.